This is Chie Satanaka, and you're listening to the Giant Sword Podcast. You better eat more meat.
Hello, and welcome to this week's Giant Sword Podcast. I'm your party leader, Nick Lynn. To my side are my noble and hairy are Taylor Hoyt.
What's going on?
Maddie Lind.
Show me your true form.
I don't want to.
Okay.
You've already seen it, actually.
I have, yeah.
Don't rip Nick's face off. That's his real face.
Yeah, don't do that.
Damn. Ravage them.
Despite what it may look like, he's not wearing a mask.
Exactly.
Damn.
Exactly.
I was hoping for you, Nick.
I kid.
But do you?
How's everyone?
I'm well.
Pretty
it was
swell.
a long day yesterday at the Fanime.
Fanime 2017.
Oh yeah, my wallet took the hit,
Oh yeah.
but it was so worth it.
You know, I was like, oh, I about have $80 in cash. Oh, that's enough. That's enough. It definitely was not enough. And I didn't even buy anything. Oh yeah, I bought a shirt.
You bought a shirt.
At the thing, but I
bought a shirt and a few prints.
lots of art.
Yeah.
I bought more art.
Yes.
That's what those places are good for. I mean, you remember me 2 years ago. I think I bought like 6 pieces. And this year, I only actually bought one. I got a free one because Nick was at a buy 2 get 1 free booth, which was awesome.
Good artist. Good artist.
Very good artist.
Yeah, there was a bunch of good ones. It was
man.
It was funny because when we walked in, I think I was saying to myself, I'm like, I wonder if that guy from 2 years ago that had the cool Mega Man and Zero posters here. I'm like, oh, there he is.
He's first booth we went to.
Yeah. Yeah. I was like, hey, we gotta find that guy first, and then we looked like, hey, there he is.
Yeah.
Well, honestly, first I'm just like, that Persona print's really cool, and then I noticed the other print. I was like, hey, isn't this the guy? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Really good print.
Same
Oh,
dude. Yep.
print, so good.
Yeah, he has a really awesome style. So maybe we'll post some on the Twitters or something, or maybe not. I don't know.
I don't know.
You'll just have to live in mystery.
Well,
But yeah, the Persona 5 one's pretty awesome. The only characters that are missing are Haru and Yusuke, I believe.
Well, from his.
From his,
his. Yeah. Oh, and then Maddie.
And then I
bought me and a friend split a poster that we bought Maddie for her birthday, and it's like this super size one. It's like takes up your whole wall, and it's all of the characters in their Phantom Thief outfits. Pretty colorful. And,
charging onward.
Yeah.
That one looks great.
I know.
They both look really awesome.
Oh.
Yep.
They look like the game. That's what I like about it.
Yeah, the art style
It
is very
actually
similar.
looks like the game. They didn't take their own art style to it.
Yeah.
Or kind of, But yeah, this is my first Fanime. I mean, I've lived here all my life and never went to them. Maddie, I bet you.
This is my first anime.
Yeah, and
Well, this is your first anime convention period, right?
Yeah. This is my first con period, to be honest.
Oh, you've been to BlizzCon.
No.
Oh, you never been to
I
BlizzCon?
watched BlizzCon. I'm going to BlizzCon this year.
To BlizzCon this year.
Oh, okay.
Woo! Man, yeah, this year is going to be a lot.
So imagine that, except bigger.
Bigger.
And just Blizzard.
And just Blizzard.
You thought there were Overwatch fan art here.
Oh my
no.
God,
You'll definitely
no.
not get the fan art that was here over there.
Some
No,
of the
I'm sure
fan
not.
art there really made me uncomfortable.
Yeah, there was some weird stuff for sure.
Some of the weird shipping stuff. No.
Lots of lewd pictures.
Yeah, there was a lot of lewd pictures.
Do you ever want to see Diva do some certain things
Oh my god.
And on a body pillow.
on a body
Yeah,
pillow?
on a body pillow. It was really awkward. The thing we were saying as we walked around the booth, I'm like, every booth has either Nier Automata, Persona 5, or Overwatch, or all of them.
Did we come across one that had all of them? I think we came across one that had
there
3.
were several that did.
Yeah.
But those were the popular ones this year for sure. Because I remember when I went 2 years ago, I was the only Joker cosplay. This was like the game was obviously not out yet, and then when we went to the Persona cosplay meetup, it was like 6 Persona 3, 7 Persona 4, and then like 200 Persona 5 cosplayers.
Oh, this year?
Was
yeah.
insane how many Persona 5 cosplayers
It
there
was
were.
so good.
Looking cool, Joker.
Oh, just walking around and just hearing people say that to me was amazing.
Oh yeah. In case you guys didn't know, Maddie dressed up as Joker.
I
Yeah,
did.
and she bought like the legit like actual stuff. Instead of, it wasn't like handmade. It was like somebody. I don't know how you got it, but
Someone made it work.
Yeah, so
Someone
I got
made it, but
someone
yeah.
made the mask, someone made custom made the jacket, pants, and shirt. I bought the boots that kind of looked like it on Amazon, and just bought some gloves.
It worked.
And I was looking cool.
yeah. I think one of the more creative cosplays was Shadow Madarame. It
Oh,
was like
man.
it was the mouth and the eyes and the hands, and like he had different. He was like holding up little placards, and then there was another Joker cosplayer that had like the input UI for like attack and
Yeah,
shoot
he had
and
like
all
a
that.
poll with the inputs UI. Someone else came out with a different one where they had to have two people holding it next to each other. So the
okay.
actual cosplayer wasn't holding the UI thing. It was them, and so
Yeah.
that's how we got we managed to get the Shadow Madarame and like 3 other people, and we pretended like we were fighting him with the UI and everything. That picture's really good.
Bunch of nerds. That's what you guys were.
There were some real deep cuts as far as the Persona 5 cosplayers. There were 2 of the gun kids, and Nick was like, there's not going to be any Kawakami, and I'm like, sure enough, right before they all gathered for a picture, I'm like, oh, there she is. One Kawakami.
And it was a teacher version.
Yeah, not the maid. Yeah.
You know, we're like spoiling a lot of stuff right here.
That's fine. That's like not even rank 1.
What?
Teacher Kawakami is just your teacher.
Yeah, but we just said maid.
That's like rank 1. Like if you engage at all with her social link, that's like the first thing that happens.
If you just let it go, Nick, we wouldn't have pointed attention to it. So shut up.
And
Yeah.
Shadow.
Shadow Madarame.
I think people are probably more annoyed that we talk about Persona 5 on every episode. There will come a day when we won't talk about Persona 5, but today is not that day.
Today is not that day. We just went to
Today is
Fanime
not that day.
and a lot of Persona there. Oh, and it was so good. That gathering was
That made
sweet.
me really happy that there were that many people that got into Persona, because I kept saying, I'm like, it won't be as big as Final Fantasy 7, but I think Persona 5 will be the series, the Persona series Final Fantasy 7 moment where a lot of people will hear about it. And that was definitely true. Like, you just saw in the art that people were making and the cosplay and obviously in sales. So it was just really cool to see it blow up.
You know what was very sad though?
Yeah.
Hardly any Final Fantasy 15 stuff.
There were a few, but not
There was
a
actually
lot.
there was one that was the whole crew, and it looked really good.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I would say there were way more Persona 5
Yeah.
for sure.
Oh, for sure.
I just think they're more interesting costumes. Like if you're gonna dress up as
There's also 2 types. Like there's a bunch of people dressing up as a Phantom Thieves style, and there's a bunch of people dressing up as a school style.
that's also true.
So there's
yeah.
like a lot more variety.
Yeah.
Most definitely.
What I really like too is how people got really creative with their Morgana cosplays, because some people just had somebody made a plush. You were pointing
Yeah,
out,
yeah.
Maddie.
Some
And then other people like made like these styrofoam heads and stuff like that. And then at the very end, there was like this little like 5-year-old girl who was dressed up as Morgana. It was really cute.
I think the mom was dressed up as Haru, and it was like really cute.
It was quite adorable.
Yeah.
So let's go back to deep cuts.
Yeah.
We found some art for Grandia.
Oh my gosh, and Lunar. I couldn't
Lunar
believe
won.
it. I was like, is that Lunar? I'm like, wow.
There's
This-
also Final Fantasy Tactics.
Tactics, yeah.
Yeah.
that was
All from the same guy.
Same guy, like, gotta buy him.
Yeah, we gotta buy all of them.
Harvest Moon.
Oh, I was
Oh yeah,
in
and it was
love.
Back to Nature.
It was
Back
my-
to Nature.
That was the only Harvest Moon I saw. Or was there?
There were other Harvest Moons.
Okay.
But it wasn't Back to Nature.
It was just like generic.
It was just
Harvest,
other ones.
games. Okay.
Also from the place I bought these charms at, there was a bunch of pins from
Rune
Rune
Factory
Factory 4.
4.
Wow, yeah, that might have been. I still think Grandia is probably the deepest cut, or Lunar, but like Rune Factory 4 is a pretty deep cut too.
Yeah.
It was super funny.
Nick was like, wait,
I
are these?
was looking at them and I was like, I looked at them and I'm like, these look familiar, but I don't know what they are. And then I was looking at this art again, and I looked at them again. And I'm like, is this Rune Factory?
The artist looks up. She's like, yeah, they are. I was like, you're awesome.
And then I was looking at him like, there's something missing. Like I was thinking this, and I was like, of course, the 2 girls that I married are not there.
It's the elf. Was it the elf lady and the sleepy
The
maid?
sleepy maid, the butler, not
Sleepy
maid.
butler. My bad.
Got it.
But I was that made me laugh. It's like, of course, the 2 girls that I chose is
And I think
Not there.
what maybe had made Nick the most happy was there was a group of Tales of Destiny cosplayers,
yeah.
which I couldn't believe. I'm like, that's Stan? Oh my god! No, at first I thought it was Velvet because like that color scheme.
No, you thought
For Rudy-
You thought Rudy was Velvet.
Oh, yeah.
I was like, no, that's Rudy, because I saw Stan and then I saw Philia, and I'm like, Tales of Destiny.
Why did you get a picture?
Because we were walking in the middle of the street.
Ugh.
But it was like, wow, that's a deep cut.
I saw a really good Mikleo and Saray. I was really happy there.
I saw another Mikleo and another Survey.
Did you really?
Yeah.
Yeah, they were in an art piece and they were making out.
Yeah.
And
No, we saw multiple.
Oh,
making
shut
out.
up. I'm not talking about those. I'm talking about cosplayers, damn it.
That was super fun. I can't believe we found like 3 different artists shipping the same people.
I couldn't believe that.
I was like, hey, Maddie, it's your favorite ship.
No. When Taylor, no. And I looked and I was like, really? And I saw what they were pointing at. I got, oh god,
extremely mad.
But what made me laugh is we passed like a booth that was doing that. He's like, Taylor's like, hey Maddie, take that you should take that picture and burn it because it was Joker and a Catchy making out, and I was like, no.
Yeah, that was pretty great.
No, God, why?
No,
Never. I got a different art piece that was a lot better.
There were also quite a bit of new Voltron art pieces, like the new Netflix series, and there was quite a few. I saw some people dressed up in the armor and stuff. I'm like, wow, I didn't think this was that popular, but you know, it's in that Legend of Korra Avatar style, so I think it's probably just those same fans or whatever.
Maybe the
people...
new fans. You know, you didn't like it because it wasn't like original Voltron.
I mean, I liked it. Well, it was weird because they made up a new character and they changed the princess. She's like an alien now. I'm like, this is weird. I mean, technically, I guess she's an alien in the old show too, but she doesn't look like one. But yeah, I need to finish that series. Maybe I'll like it once they finish it. But
Maybe.
But overall, good con. Spent a lot of money.
Way too much.
We were very tired, but overall, it was enjoyable. We'll go back next year and maybe a couple days and maybe a couple different costumes.
Maybe actually doing a costume.
Yeah, I
was
Lazy Man's Nathan Drake. I put on khakis, a blue shirt, and then I just had my gun holsters. And people were like, "Oh yeah, Nathan Drake." I'm like, "Wow, really?" People,
people knew. Like,
people knew.
At least 3 people knew.
I thought that was really funny.
It was pretty great.
I was gonna do the Uncharted 3 one, which is a lot more noticeable or like recognizable, but I did a massive clothing purge, and I think I must have just thrown the pants and the shirt that goes with that costume. I must have just included in there and threw it in Goodwill. I'm like, well, that sucks.
And your scarf.
I have a scarf and I have the bandolier, but that just doesn't go with Uncharted 4 Nathan Drake. He just has the holster. Yeah.
But it worked. You got called out, so good job.
Not as much as Maddie though. Everybody wanted to take her picture.
Yeah,
it's good.
It was good.
Oh, I was pretty proud of my cosplay.
It was good. Yeah, it was awesome.
Apparently, there was like another Joker that Nick saw after he said good cosplay. Apparently, he looked mad or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It looked like he looked bad when I walked by. It was really funny. I was like, okay, that's funny.
So, out of curiosity, Nick, who would you want to cosplay as next year?
Well, I get to the weight I want to get at by next year.
Mm-hmm.
I want to do. I forgot his name. Persona 3 protagonist.
Yuki Makoto.
Yuki, yeah, I thought it was That'd be awesome, Yuki. And then you could be you. You could be Buff.
I could be me.
Yeah, you could be you.
Oh, I was also thinking as a joke maybe is do drag you. Drag you Narukami when he's dressed as drag.
Okay.
Oh god,
there was a drag Yosuke there.
There was a drag Yosuke there. It was pretty funny.
And I wear the wig and I have the sword and I hit him like, am I hot?
Hot, right?
Yeah.
That would actually...
And then all the girls blushed.
Oh, who did I want to be? There was a gender... Oh, I wanted to be Makoto. That's right. Gender
Makoto.
swap Makoto and Lightning, which is funny because there was a guy dressed up as Lightning. But
Lightning.
it was like girl Lightning. I wanted to be like a male version of Lightning.
I told you just got to dress up as Cloud, and there you go.
No, but it's her outfit. The vest and the sword. I think her design is really neat. So messing up, getting a wig to look the way I want will be difficult. But
We saw a lot of wigs.
Yeah,
that worked. So.
Well, my aunt is a hairdresser. She could probably cut it the way I want to if it comes to that.
Where your hair, you drew out your hair.
I'm not gonna do that. Dye it pink.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'll be great.
Yeah, a lot of lightnings.
Yeah, that was cool though. Good show. We'll be
That
back
was
next
fun.
year for sure.
Was it all worth it? Was it all worth it, guys?
Oh yeah.
I think it was. We were like super tired, and I crashed on the couch when I came home, and Nick was probably like, "Dang it, Taylor, why didn't you go home and sleep?" But
yeah, because you crashed, and then I just was
and you're like, "Get up."
Yeah, I was like,
He
I
wanted
hit him
to
like,
show
"Come
you
on."
something, didn't you?
No, I was like, no, that's bad. You don't crash after, because then you won't sleep at night.
I slept fine, but I think I sleep for like 2 hours or something like that.
You slept for like an hour. But yeah, you were on. It was dark out when you came into my room. Like, I'm going, guys.
Yeah,
I was just playing.
We were both playing just separate games.
That's funny.
And the only thing that were killing me was my feet. But other than that, I had enough energy the whole day.
Even though I got really tired, like I went to bed earlier than usual. Even though like
Well, what, 1?
11:30 is not really that early, but I did put some anime on before I go to bed.
Yesterday was such a good day for anime. Like the shows that I like watching.
I didn't watch any of those actually because I was too tired. So I just put on a show that in case I fall asleep on.
Doesn't matter.
Gyalko-chan.
No, I put on
My romantic teenager snafu or whatever.
my
I can never
teen
get
romantic comedy snafu or
I can never
whatever.
get that name right.
Yeah,
Good.
that name though.
It's a good show. It's a good show.
It's a good show.
It's a good
You should
show.
watch My Hero Academia. It's a good show.
I was thinking about it, yeah, because everyone's talking about it.
It's good.
Well-
It's like it reminds me of Dragon Ball in a lot of ways because there's a lot of funny parts, but then there's also a lot of like serious, like heartfelt moments. That's what I like about it, the heartfelt
See,
moments.
I haven't watched Attack on Titan yet, the new episode, but I did watch Dragon Ball Super, and what they're pulling right now, I'm going, what?
Don't like it?
No, not. I don't like it. It's just like, what?
Oh, it's like crazy.
It's like a crazy moment.
Like, can't be serious.
Well, if it makes you feel any better, this last Attack on Titan was kind of a filler episode. So
Did it go back in time?
not really. Nothing happened.
All right. I guess it might not be like if it was like an episode where they're riding somewhere and then they reminisce about a past thing. That's a filler episode.
It's like half and half.
All right.
Anyway,
Wait,
Games?
yeah, I was gonna say so video games.
So video games?
we're talking about Fanime and we're talking about anime.
All right. I'm sure our
But-
audience enjoys anime discussions.
Yeah. But
What were we gonna say?
We're done. I was just saying. Do you know which episode the season's on right now?
For Attack on Titan?
Yeah. 'Cause there's only 12. There's only supposed to
Oh,
be
we
12.
only do 12? I think it's 8 or 9 because that's My Hero Academia or Ero Manga Sensei was only on episode 8. so it's episode 34 in the entire show, and I don't remember how many episodes. It had 26, right?
I think so. 25.
Okay, so it
26.
is episode 8 then. Yeah.
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 So there's only 3 more episodes left.
Oh
or
my
no,
gosh.
4 more episodes.
I don't know how they're gonna wrap this up. I mean, obviously,
There's going to be a third season.
There has
obviously.
to be. There's no way. There's so much more than needs
There's
to
not going to be
covered.
like a huge gap like it was between the other one because
I know.
they didn't expect it to be like
It was
explode
like
this.
the popular anime of the season. It came out, and would it take like 4 years or something for the next one? 3 years?
Yeah, around there. Yeah.
Yeah, I remember that was when I started working with Brian, and I had just heard about the show. I'm like, all right, let's see what this Attack on Titan's all about. And I'm like,
everyone's like,
oh, it's pretty awesome and
It's-
epic.
Pretty awesome. It's pretty awesome, man.
Yeah, it's good. And Maddie doesn't really watch anime.
I don't, so I'm just sitting here.
Yeah, Maddie went to an anime convention and she doesn't watch anime.
But I play JRPGs, my
And that's
friend.
just as good.
Yeah.
She watched it. I was really surprised. Speaking of anime, we were at that Sanshi booth and we were buying some Persona stuff, and she's like, "Yeah, everybody really hates the Persona 4 anime." I've actually heard that a lot. I think we're in the minority that we like that.
Can't believe that.
I know, I can't either.
I
think
cannot
it's,
believe
I think
that.
it's so well done, and like it really gives. I think it's we all like the character Yu Narukami.
It gives all the characters just so much more personality.
And you get backstory that's not even in the game, which I really like.
And in a weird way, I know a lot of people don't like the shading style of their skin. Like their skin is kind of like has this weird like gradient shading thing to it. People don't like that for some reason. I like it. I don't think it looks bad.
I think it grew on me. Like at first, it looked weird because it didn't look like the game. That was a thing.
Yeah.
And the game has awesome animation, and well, at least Golden did.
Yeah.
And then it grew on me. Like I just watched it and it was fun. I mean, you definitely have to play the game to get the full experience.
Oh,
Yeah.
for sure.
And if we all played the dub, it's best to watch the dub.
Yeah, the
Because
dub is good.
The dub
Dub
good.
is
Really
really
good.
awesome. So, if you guys don't like Persona 4 anime, go and tell us in the comments because I've heard that too, and
and I
don't
can't
get
believe it.
Yeah,
Yeah, I just
It's
really can't
fun.
believe that.
There's a lot of funny moments in that anime.
Now I
So
know how
good.
you guys feel about Trails of Cold Steel. It's like how could everybody hate this game?
What?
I mean, except the mine. The
I mean, you mean how could everyone like
how-
this game?
yeah.
This is the opposite.
No, how you felt about me when I said I didn't like it.
Oh.
Oh,
But
well,
only you don't like it. Everyone else likes it.
I'm everybody.
You are
Okay.
everyone. Okay.
Okay, here we go.
So let's move actually to JRPGs.
Woo.
Yeah. So there's actually quite a bit of news this week. So some of these games we don't necessarily play or care about, but I think there's some discussion to be had, and I'll get to why that is. But the first bit of news is over the weekend there was some big convention in Japan. There were like streams of games all weekend. I don't know what was happening, but the first one was the new Monster Hunter Double Cross. is launching on Nintendo Switch August.
Well, it's also already on
3DS. Yeah. And so apparently the Switch version will be not cross-buy, but cross-play. Like, you can have any number of like people playing on the 3DS or the Switch, and you can play together, which is cool.
It's pretty good.
Yeah. I watched the trailer. I mean, they can't completely remake the game. It didn't look amazing. Like, obviously the textures are better, and there's probably the better frame rate and performance, but it didn't look that much better to me. But the point that I thought, why I thought this was interesting, is there was a rumor going around about a month or two ago that Sony had bought the rights to make the next Monster Hunter a PS4 exclusive, and that clearly didn't happen. Well, or maybe Monster Hunter 5 or something will be.
Yeah, Monster Hunter 5 might be it, because this is Monster Hunter the Generations 2, pretty much.
Yeah.
So I think it's the same game as Generations, except there's more added to it.
Yeah, the typical Capcom, it's like Super Street Fighter or whatever, just the next version. More monsters, more weapons, more armor.
So people are like, if that rumor is true, because I don't know if it's true or not, then Sony might have the rights for the next one.
Which is really interesting because Monster Hunter was originally a PlayStation franchise. Like, I think it launched on PS2, and then there was it got really big on the PSP. Obviously, was when it blew up. And then I don't know. I remember leading up to the Vita launch, I'm like, oh yeah, they're gonna announce Monster Hunter, and they never did. I'm like, this is really weird.
I think it was actually. I remember working at GameStop. The packets we got for the Vita. In the book, there was a couple Monster Hunter titles
really
announced for the Vita. Like, these were coming, and yeah, it never happened. We got so many pre-orders just because we said that Monster Hunter's coming on the Vita, and it never did.
That's really weird.
That's weird.
And it was in our promotional stuff. It was in official product stuff.
I wonder why that never happened.
I think Sony might have dropped the ball. I think this is during the transition stage for Sony, where they transitioned to the Sony we know now. Because they dropped a lot of balls
during the PS3 era. Yeah. They were bad Sony back then. They were arrogant Sony. Now they're good Sony.
Yeah. And during the Vita, they messed up so much. The Vita could have been amazing if they just did it right.
Yeah, there was. Yeah, I was listening to some podcast in the last week or so, and Vita. There's a lot of problems. I think one of the biggest was obviously the memory card. It was proprietary and it was super expensive, over $100 for a 64 gig memory card. Come on, just let us buy our own PSP and
and they slowed down with the PSN or the PlayStation Plus remaster or classics. Classics.
PS1 classics.
They stopped. Yeah. They did them still, but it was super slowed down.
Do you remember that one day where they just because there was there was this weird day so there's some PS1 classics that they didn't allow on Vita, and then there's some that did, and then one day somebody hit the switch or something weird, and all those games were now available on Vita, Crash Bandicoot and Metal Gear Solid and all this stuff, and then the day after they turned the switch off. So if you were lucky enough to get those games, then you'll never be able to get Crash on your Vita again. That was the one day.
I have Crash Bandicoot 2 on Vita during that day,
and you can't if I wanted to go do that right now, I can't do that.
You can't do that, yeah.
Wow.
I haven't deleted it because of that. I was going to download 1, 2, and 3, and I thought okay, well, this is gonna be still here. I
had the same attitude. I was I'll be able to do it later, and then it was a glitch or something.
Yeah, and they just, it was that. Why?
My only thought is that. It was
licensing issues?
It was I don't know if it was licensing. I think that publishers had to pay extra because it was an additional platform or whatever, and they didn't want to. Some wanted to pay extra, some didn't. Is my guess, but I don't really know if that's true or not.
Mm-hmm.
But that's a bummer because there are definitely plenty of games that got added after the fact, like Suikoden 2. I was trying to find that for Vita, and then you can't play it on Vita. It's only on PSP and PS3.
That's why I still have my PS3 out right there. It's right there because
I
can play those games.
Yeah, mine's hooked up in my room playing Graces right now. But
that's another topic.
But so Monster Hunter on Switch. Switch looks like it's not slowing down anytime soon. It's getting lots of good games and some good momentum. E3 should be really interesting for Nintendo to see what they announce and what gets ports and whatnot.
I clicked on a clickbaity title from IGN. I think it was from IGN or maybe GameSpot. Talking about the Switch, RPG owners will be happy about all these 11 RPG games coming to the Switch, and they're none of them were JRPGs at all. They were all just random games, and I was well, that was a clickbaity title. Because it looked like the picture looked like a Tales game, right?
Oh yeah.
And I was like, oh, maybe they have information about the new Tales game. Nope. The only thing they talked about was Xenoblade Chronicles 2 and Octopath Traveler.
Oh, I totally forgot about that game.
That was the only thing they mentioned. It's like, yeah, this game looks good. It's like, yeah, but no new news has come out about it.
No, they have not. All right. Well, so next bit of news. Again, all along the lines of that big stream, they streamed about, I want to say, half an hour, 45 minutes of Dragon Quest XI, and I watched most of it. It was, the first bit was the PS4 version, and the second bit was the 3DS version. So for people that don't know, there's like essentially two versions of this game. There's like the big HD awesome PS4 version, and the 3DS looks like, you know, the remakes that they've been doing.
Is the Switch getting a version, and that's just going to be the PS4 version?
So that is part of the news. So I'll say I think the game looks really nice. It's got a really nice look to it. It's running on Unreal Engine 4. And the combat, they did some really interesting things with the way you control the camera and stuff. Because it's typical turn-based. You're all in a line. You're taking turns. But there was a mode. I don't know if this was some dev thing or this is actually how the game goes. Because it was in Japanese. But there's you can move your main character around the battlefield while your other team members are just standing in a line, which is kind of interesting. So I don't know if that has effects on like AoE or like you can dodge enemies or something, but it looked, you know, they're doing something different with because Dragon Quest combat's pretty straightforward, just turn-based, nothing special. But that's that style that I think people are gonna attach to. Really nice towns. They've got cool-looking towns. Love me some towns. So comes out in Japan for PS4 and 3DS on July 29th, and then they said a Switch version is planned, and they said there will be news at a later time or something to that effect. So I think at E3 they're probably going to show off the Switch version or something. So no release date for Switch just yet, but there is one in the works. I'll be curious if it's the 3DS version or the PS4 version. Mm-hmm. Probably PS4 is my guess, but won't look as nice. But.
Exactly. I don't think they'll do the classic Switchy thingy that, you know, they're doing with the 3DS version.
The other thing that's really interesting about the 3DS version, there's two different ways to play the 3DS version. There's like the low poly remake of like Dragon Quest 7 and 8, but then there's also like a 2D sprite version, so it looks like a Super Nintendo game.
And it's running at the same time.
Yeah, you can, like, the top screen is the new one, and then the bottom screen is like the spritey one. Like, I can't believe they're essentially making 3 versions of this game, which is pretty nuts. Yeah. And this is not a great podcast material, but there is a commercial that I really recommend everybody go out and find. It was this trailer that they made where it was like, we were always meant to be heroes or something like that, and it was like this really nostalgic, like timeline of people playing the Dragon Quest game that shows like this little kid playing on his Famicom on like this big old CRT, and then there's like people waiting in line for Dragon Quest 11.
Was it like it like that fan-made Pokemon commercial? Or it's like the kid playing the Pokemon and then they come back. So
it's not as pretentious as that because it's a bunch of different people. It's not the same kid growing up, which I thought it was, but then there was like a girl and I'm like, wait a minute, that's probably not the same person. But it was just like, oh yeah, we were all heroes and we can be heroes again. Or I forget what the tagline was, but it was really cool. I don't really have a affinity for Dragon Quest, but hit you in the feels.
Yeah.
Right.
Sadly, none of us have an affinity for Dragon Quest.
I wanted to bring that up. So what would it take for you guys to be excited about this? Like, would you give, I think of all the ones that would be worth trying is 8. I think that's the only one that people really care about in the West.
If you look behind you, I have it. It's right there.
Yeah. You do have it.
I have played it too.
It's, I want to be able to play through that at some point. I love the town. I love the look. The music's amazing. It's got the Dragon Ball Z, Toriyama art style.
Gohan's the main character.
Yeah,
Gohan is the main character. Look at that.
Yeah, Maddie's looking at the cover right now.
It's Gohan.
So would you guys give 8 a try leading up to 11? Or is it like too old school, or what is your thoughts? Because I know for me, it might be too old school, but you guys don't seem to have a problem with that.
I mean, I feel I have a lot of backlog I need to get through right now.
I also think that's way too old school for Maddie.
I don't know. If you can play Sky, I think...
No, that Sky is way less archaic than that is.
Which is interesting, because they probably released around the same time. Well, for me...
Actually, I think... When did that release? Let me see.
I want to say like 2005?
It came out... Yeah, 2005. And yeah, maybe around there. Sky... Maybe Sky was earlier, actually.
Originally, like the original Sky. Yeah. the only reason I feel like I can go back to 7 is, for me, like, graphics go a long way for me. Like, if a game looks really nice, I can forgive other stuff. And that game has a really nice look to it, and it's got amazing music. So, I don't know.
I see Gohan and Trunks in the same picture.
Oh yeah, Trunks, the guy with the white hair and the bow.
Trunks. Yeah. That's funny.
So no hype for 11, 0 hype, pretty much.
Yeah, sorry, allies, but
I mean,
I
may be interested to try it if I just had a lull in my time.
yeah. I also need to look at I could get excited for Dragon Quest 11, just not a blip on my radar.
Yeah, maybe after the podcast, I'll show you guys some trailers and see if you get any hype.
I remember seeing like the old gameplay where he's like walking around the town and everything like that.
Oh, that very first one, yeah. That was empty. It's gotten way better. They've obviously it comes out in like a month or two, so they've populated.
They better have been getting better.
Yeah. But yeah, and then to dovetail off that, more Square Enix news. So this is we'll have an interesting discussion. There was, I think, a mistranslation from an interview, but. The quote that's going around it was from their financial report, and the translated quote, and again, this could be a mistranslation, but they said, "This slide shows our release lineup for the fiscal year 2017, as well as the fiscal year 2018 and beyond. We plan to launch each of these upcoming titles in the next 3 years or so." So, like all the games they had on this thing. So the games that aren't released that are on there are Kingdom Hearts 3, Final Fantasy 7 Remake, and then they have these Marvel games.
Okay, you just said something that's in context, right?
Yeah.
I mean, you said that these games are going to come out in at least the next 3 years, right?
Yeah, and then
not it's coming out in 3 years.
Yeah.
So obviously that means they're going to come out in like next year.
Hopefully, that's the hope.
So why did people just take that as a bad thing and say, "Oh, it's definitely coming out in 3 years"? When it says right there in plain English, it's going to come out in the next 3 years.
I think
this is why American schools suck. They don't have reading comprehension.
That was quite a turn.
Yeah.
Good God.
I think people are just ready to jump down Square Enix's throat because they're so bad. You know, like the Final Fantasy 15 delay and stuff like that. Like,
and then what actually kind of happened?
10 years, yeah.
I mean,
well, and the game wasn't.
And the game,
but okay,
the game itself.
Let's reel it back, okay?
Yeah.
So remember when that new screenshot of the Final Fantasy 7 remake came out, right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
The guy
right?
behind a barrier. Or
yeah,
whatever,
and the guy, what's the guy's
Nomura
said that he had gameplay footage
and
that
he wanted to show it, but it got
it.
denied. That's right.
And Square Enix said, "No, not yet."
I forgot about that.
So obviously, this game is in a completed state to show footage again.
Well, here's the thing. I think that people are also kind of like being all weird about is there was. Again, I think people don't know how to. Japanese doesn't always directly translate to English very well, but there was a interview or something, and they said we're now ramping up into the development phase or something like that. And people are like, oh my gosh, they're just now starting development. I'm like, no, there was a gameplay trailer. Like, why would they just now begin development?
And then let's go back to what I just said. There was another gameplay trailer that they had that they didn't show.
Yeah.
So maybe they meant they're ramping up development, meaning they're putting more resources into it.
That's what they said. They said they're hiring more people. So I think that's what it actually meant was like, yeah, we're trying to get more people on this so we can get it done faster. Not, we're just starting development of this game.
Yeah,
like
exactly.
Yeah,
it's
no.
just people. I don't get why people think the worst of everything.
It's because it's how people are built.
I honestly think it's just because it's Square Enix and their history of like taking forever to make games and stuff like that. But the one that actually worries me a little bit more, not that my love for this series has really fallen off a cliff over the years, but Kingdom Hearts 3 hasn't been shown since E3 2015, 2014.
They've been showing like snippets at like random events, right?
Maybe it's been a long time, but the only actual world they've ever shown is the Tangled level. And they've shown that in multiple ways, several times. But
I think the team was also working on the 2.8 thing, which is is the Kingdom Hearts 3 engine, isn't it?
Yeah.
So I think that's what they were focusing on for a little bit, and now, excuse me, I hiccuped.
You didn't hear it, so you're just like,
it was a random excuse me.
So I hiccuped. Sorry, guys. So once they finish that. Some of the team's probably working on Kingdom Hearts 3, and the rest is working on Final Fantasy 7. So you know that game where it's gonna come out in 3 years? I
Mhm.
think Kingdom Hearts 3 is gonna be the latter.
Which is funny because it got announced before the 7 remake,
Yeah.
which is really funny.
I think they're gonna try to get their 7 remake out as fast as possible.
I mean, since they announced it and the
Yeah.
hype is so high, they're
And
gonna
I'm
try.
pretty they saw the hype and
You
it's
gotta
like,
take
this
advantage
is
of
what
it.
we gotta show.
Yeah.
And I think it's gonna come out in one game. They're not gonna. They're not.
Really?
Yeah, I don't think they're going to do the three
Episodic.
episodic thing.
That would be
I mean,
nice.
if the thing is okay, so I've been playing the Trails of series, right?
Mm-hmm.
I could kind of maybe see Final Fantasy 7 doing like it's episodic, quote unquote, as people like to say it.
Or part 1.
Part 1,
parts,
part
yeah.
2, part 3.
Yeah.
I think that could be like Trails of the Sky. You know, part 1 is this one section of the story, and then part 2 continues that story, and they all like it's just one long story.
Yeah. It'd be interesting. I know when Connor was on this, we talked about where it would end, and I'm trying to think of a good, like, where does part 1 end? And people keep saying Midgar, but like in the grand scheme of the game, that's not that big of a part in the game. I think you beat it, right, Nick?
I've beat it.
Maddie hasn't played it, so these towns will mean nothing. But
I know Midgar just from what everybody's been saying.
that's like
Yeah,
the
that's
starting
the starting
city.
area.
Yeah. I think that part will obviously be way longer. They'll be able to expand the Walmart and all the different stuff like that.
I think the middle part is going to be where everything goes to hell, right?
I know exactly where part 2 is going to end, and it's the big, yeah.
Do you think so?
Is
It's
it
gonna
the
be-
most shocking moment in video games
No,
that I've been
I
hearing about?
I don't think it's going to end there.
That would be a heck of a cliffhanger, and it's like that happens. Like, all right, now we got to go.
I think the second part, the second big thing.
Oh, the meteor or whatever.
No, it's been like more than 20 years. Can I just say this?
Yeah, I know the whole plot. Don't
Okay.
spare me.
Okay, when Cloud becomes an invalid,
Oh.
that's gonna happen. And I think that if there's gonna make a third part, during the Easy Allies talk,
Oh yeah.
there's this guy who said that they should do a prologue with all the Zack stuff.
That would be interesting.
I think the third one is gonna be that.
You think the third is going to be the prologue?
The prologue, yeah, it's gonna show like because you're figuring all this stuff out, right?
Yeah.
And then you don't know what's going on, like why, Cloud's going insane, and then you see what exactly happened before that, and then it comes back to.
You know what's really interesting is playing Final Fantasy 7. I didn't see the Zack stuff. I found it on accident. That is not a main through line in the game. If you go back to Nibelheim and go to the Shinra mansion, and you go just for whatever dumb reason you decide to go down there, you keep going, and there's like a lab at the bottom. If you walk up to that and like try to like inspect it, like this huge flashback sequence happens, and that's a totally random side thing that you'll never find unless you go look for it. But it's like,
I'm sure that that's not going to be a side thing anymore.
no,
that's
it'll
going to be in the game.
yeah, it'll be big, yeah, for sure. Yeah, I like that idea of fleshing that part out because it informs Cloud's personality so much because his whole memory is he thought he was Zack, and he's like, oh wait a minute, no I'm not Zack, I wasn't him, I was just some lowly soldier guy. But yeah, I think that's true. That was a good idea that guy had.
Just not at the beginning of the first one. I would say
that would be a very weird way to start that game.
I would do it like right after, like if it ends with his Cloud's insanement.
Yeah.
I would begin this third one. That
would be actually kind of cool. Like the game starts in a flashback. Like you just play as Zack. That'd be kind of cool.
So I think that's how they should do it.
It's a good recommendation.
Yeah.
And I've said it many times before, and I'll say it again. I'm just waiting for the gold saucer. I cannot wait to just lose myself for hours.
I'm just trying to find out where they're going to end the first game.
It's either at the shocking part, or it could be. I forget where in the game this happens, but I know Disc 2 starts with Barrett and Tifa are captured, and you look out the window and meteors coming down. Oh, it's at the Temple of the Ancients. So maybe when Sephiroth summons Meteor. So the Disc 2 or Part 2 begins with when Meteor is coming down, and you're trying to figure all that out.
That's pretty far in the game, isn't it?
It is, but yeah, that's true. I don't know. There's got to be a way to. I almost feel like they might switch up parts. and cut stuff. 'Cause I feel like
Or add stuff.
But I'm saying, like, for example, like I feel like Fort Condor, you could totally cut that part out of the game and it wouldn't matter.
Or completely change it.
Make it like a total side thing.
Make it a total side thing, or make it part of the story somehow. I don't really remember what Fort Condor was about.
I think the only major story point it has is when, because the way they think they're going to stop meteors, they're going to find the huge materia, and I think there is a piece of huge materia at the top of Fort Condor, but it's like being invaded, so you have to like do the little strategy mini game to like hold them off, and then you get Phoenix, and then you get the piece of huge materia, I think.
All right.
But it's been a long time since I played through all the way, so some of that stuff's kind of rusty.
I mean, yeah. I mean, during Fanime, when we went to the Easy Allies talk about Final Fantasy 7, they're talking about how people would react to them changing scenes, so they're not exactly the same. Every episode, I had to talk about this game. The Tales of Destiny remake.
Oh God.
Did exactly that. They changed story elements. They totally cut out some story parts, like in the PS1 version, you go. Stan goes out with Eileen, which is one of the I forgot Oberon. I can't think of the name right now. Oberon Corporation. It's like It's like the Shinra of the world, of that world.
The
that world.
Oberman Corporation.
Yes.
Yes.
She's like they go out with her, but in the remake, that's not even there.
Oh, interesting. Huh.
Yeah, so it's like something else happens because they're supposed to like have feelings for each other, something like that. Ben made actually a pretty good point during that panel too, because like what I remember about 7 is there's so many parts where there's like these random little mini events that at the time were cool because games were just like walk from town to town, battle, town to town, battle. But Final Fantasy 7 added all these like really random side things. Like he referenced this one part where you're playing as Tifa and you're having a slap fight with Scarlet on the Sister Ray, and like they were saying like that would just be like a cutscene now, which would be fine with me because I mean it'd be cool to have like everything playable, but that would be kind of not as impressive now. I think the Gold Saucer. Oh, they had the idea for the Gold Saucer where all the games are classic games with classic graphics.
I think that's actually not a bad idea because it would save on dev time, and also, yeah, I don't know how they're gonna do the snowboard part, the submarine part. Like I don't know how it's gonna work, but
I don't remember the story mode for the snowboard thing. Does he like jump out of a building and they start snowboarding or something like that?
So what they're doing is they're chasing Sephiroth, and they end up in that village, and they're getting chased by the Turks, I think, and they're like the only way out of town is down the hill, and then some kid gives you his snowboard, and you're like, oh, this is like the way to escape is just snowboard to the bottom of the mountain or something.
Makes sense.
Which is weird because then you go back up the mountain. Like that part's also hazy. I forget how that all plays out, but
it's an old game.
It is old. Old games are old, but anyway.
Hey, Cold Steel 2 had snowboarding.
I did.
Really?
Yeah.
Put your waifu on that snowboard.
Play my waifu on my snowboard?
No. I could have put my waifu on my snowboard. I don't know if you could put yours.
No, I couldn't.
There are different skins for your snowboard.
Oh, yeah. Okay,
not literally the character.
Yeah, I was like, there's a scene where you're like snowboarding together.
No.
What?
No.
That seems very uncold steel
Yeah,
to go snowboarding.
Well, it fits the context of what's going on.
Yeah, Cold Steel 2, Taylor.
You're in your hometown, and it's a snow town, and they have like a ski resort kind of thing they could do. And then it's like, hey, you want to go snowboarding?
Do you actually like control it?
Yeah.
Is it?
It's like it's a mini game.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
that's cool.
There's a story part. That's pretty funny.
There's a mini game and a quest they could do.
A quest.
So it's a very mild, spoilerly podcast.
Yeah. So beware.
Beware.
Now that we're almost done with the episode,
we're just gonna talk. It's nothing big. Not like we're not gonna do any of that. No censoring this time.
Although, don't tease me about Final Fantasy Tactics. I would love that too. 83. Not gonna.
That would be awesome.
I would lose.
Final Fantasy Tactics 2, like not advanced, Tactics 2,
Yeah.
but with more jobs, like the red mage and the blue mage and all those guys.
Mm-hmm. That'd be awesome.
Tales of Destiny Chronicles.
Yeah, so I think the last...
Oh, yeah, we have to talk about
There
that.
we go.
I think the last thing we wanted to talk about was next week. I believe it's June 2nd through the 4th. So by the time this podcast releases, I think we will have already found out. But is the yearly Tales of Festival in Japan. Usually what they do is they have a big kind of keynote at the beginning where they talk about like whatever is the future of Tales. Typically it's either an update to an announced game or they announce a game. And they already mentioned that there is going to be a Tales game on Switch by March 2018. So
Which means it's a port.
yeah, it's got to be a port. There's no way they're going to announce because they announce and then they usually take like a year and a half until they actually release the game. So unless and I almost want them to take longer. Like yeah, just pay somebody off to port it so there's a Tales game that's coming out, but then like take longer and like really do what you need to do to make Tales like
And you
epic.
fill that time with the HD remix.
Yeah, I was teasing Nick because there was there's this big Tales forum called Abyssal Chronicles, and they were saying like, oh, Tales of Festivals next week. What do you guys want? And then somebody had all these Photoshop box arts, and it was like Tales of Destiny Chronicles. It was a Abyss remake, a Legendia remake.
This remake is something I really want.
That is what I don't get. I saw a bunch of people talking about Legendia remakes, and I'm like, what?
You're like, what world are we living in
Yeah,
where we want a Legendia remake?
Oh, gross. Give me an Abyss remake with an F arc. Oh, yes.
That, or give me the games that we haven't gotten yet.
Yeah, that'd be cool. I mean, for God's sake, if we got Tales of Hearts R on Vita, we could get an HD collection of the Tales games. Come on.
Tales of Destiny. Even if it's, okay, so if it's actually announced and it doesn't come overseas, I will cry. All right, I will cry, but I'll actually be able to buy it because there's no region lock for PS4.
Well, you'll know what to do, right? Because you've played the game many times.
Well, I wouldn't know what to do for Tales of Destiny 2. But Tales of Destiny, yeah, definitely.
Have you not beat Tales of Destiny 2?
No.
And we're not talking about Tales of Eternia. There was an actual Tales of Destiny 2, like a sequel to Tales of Destiny in Japan.
I don't know how far I've got. I think I got to wherever Philia is.
I swear I saw you beat the game, or was that the remake?
I beat the remake multiple times.
Okay, because I remember there's like the end scene is you're like at some cottage and there's like a grassy field and all the characters are just like hanging out.
Yeah, that's
Destiny remake.
Destiny.
Okay.
Didn't you watch me play the final boss of Destiny remake?
Yeah, it was
and
insane.
you're just like, what's going on? I was like, yeah.
Yeah.
That's the Destiny remake battle system.
I really like the look of the Destiny remake, though. It still kind of has that like watercolor pre-rendered background look, and it just looks really nice.
Can you imagine those sprites in HD?
They look amazing. I would buy that.
Yeah, it would be amazing.
Buy like that.
Yeah, I think a lot of people would.
A lot of people would probably like Tales of Destiny.
Yeah, Bandai Namco, money on the table. You want to push the button. Square Enix did.
Square Enix push the button.
This is your Final Fantasy VII.
Kind of.
Well, it's the only Tales game to get a remake.
Actually, what I want is a Tales of Symphonia 3.
Gross.
Ugh.
If there was
what would they do if that was the game they announced was Tales of Symphonia 3?
I would go up to Bandai Namco, grab someone's neck that works there, and say, "What are you thinking?"
Why?
If anything, if they had to do a Tales of Symphonia something, do a full-on remake.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
Yeah, I could see that.
Yeah,
You
I'd
know.
take a remake.
I would take a remake too. Just do that. That would be good.
I'm sure the answer is yes, but from Berseria is in the Zestiria world. Are there any like low-hanging fruits or like unanswered story threads that could be answered in a third game in that world or whatever?
Yes.
Okay, I figured that you guys were just gonna say yes.
Did you not see my answer on Twitter to that thread?
There's like a whole like section of time that's just what goes on in there.
Is
that
it
we don't know?
interesting that like you want to know what happens?
Well, because
Yeah.
okay.
That's spoiling. There's like a lot of god.
Let's just
There-
let's just
So
say
yes, the answer is yes.
Yeah, there's like
Okay.
I guess
I see. There could even be a sequel to Tales of Zestiria.
no.
Yes,
no.
there can.
No, they can't.
Yes,
No,
if you
they
mix
can't.
the two things.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
That's a good place to end. If you just have an F arc for you, for a way F arc, then maybe. But No, I think it'd be best to find
For
out
in between?
Yeah, because you want to know what happens and
I
why.
mean, sure. But I'm also saying that you could tie the two things together where one of them can save the other one.
Time travel nonsense?
No.
Alternate
Nick knows what I'm talking about. You know what I'm talking
Time
about,
travel
right?
nonsense. That's Tales of Destiny 2.
Okay.
You know what I'm talking about, right?
What? No, I don't know.
You know.
The ending of Zestiria.
The ending of Hysteria, he comes back and then he knows things, and then he can try to save the other one.
Oh my god.
Yes. Please.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Yes.
That had to happen.
I know, but like they
It
couldn't
has to,
figure out a
because-
way.
because if
It's like Persona 3, man.
No.
Yes.
Because if you ruin that, balance is it's destroyed.
No, not if you figure out a way to fix it
We
beforehand.
are talking so big right now.
Yeah.
This is perfect podcast material.
Yes.
Let's
No.
move on. So, okay.
Yes.
What is our actual expectations for the Tales conference?
I have
We're gonna see a bunch of handheld games that we're never gonna get, and we're gonna see.
But with Switch being a handheld game?
No, we're gonna see the Switch.
We're obviously going to see
Yeah, we are, actually.
No, we're obviously going to see a Tales of Dancing All Night.
That would be
Weird.
really weird, but I'd play it.
I play it.
No, they're definitely gonna show a teaser for the next one.
Okay.
Definitely, but they did announce the Symphonia Chronicles at that as well. Not last year, but a while back.
Yeah, when it came out.
So Tales of Destiny Chronicles.
So, if they're gonna make a longer dev time for this new one for the PS4, it's better be PS4 only,
That'd be awesome.
or next gen only, or you
Yes.
know what, a current gen.
Yeah, PS4, PC.
They need to show. They need to have something in between. Maybe show off a Symphonia remake,
Ugh.
or maybe have a. If the remake, you would like it.
Oh, the remake because they fixed the stupid battle system.
They'll make it modern or more modern, and make Lloyd less insufferable. But
I think that the real easy answer is it's probably some Berseria Zestiria port or something, right? Sadly,
it's gonna be a Berseria Zestiria port, or maybe it might be a Symphonia port for something like maybe a HD remaster, or maybe even a soft remake, make things look better. What is it gonna be? Maybe okay. So what they could do is they could show obviously the Tales of Destiny Chronicles. That would be their best. That would be their smartest idea. And that's not from me just being a fanboy. That would be because Tales of Destiny is their best-selling Tales game. It is. No, it isn't. Tales of Destiny is the original Tales of Destiny. The remake sold well really as well. So you only think it's popular because Americans love that game because that's the first one a lot of people played.
Yeah.
So either that or like a PS2 collection where it has all the PS2 games that came out into one, or all the 2D ones.
Like Abyss.
Not Abyss. Oh. It's going to be Tales of Destiny 2, Rebirth, Tales of Innocence. Not think Tales of Innocence.
Yeah.
Tales and there's Tales of Rebirth. There's another one. I forgot which one it is. But those three.
Tales of Hearts?
Those three.
That's right. We never got Innocence either, huh?
We didn't get Innocence. We never got Tempest. And
we didn't get Rebirth either, did we?
We didn't get Rebirth either.
Wow. Yeah, that'd be interesting.
And those are
all those.
Yep. I bet you didn't even remember there was something called Tales of Tempest. Tales of the Tempest.
I thought that was like a side game or something.
No, that was a fully blown game. I think for the DS.
Oh, okay.
Or 3DS. I forgot what. No, it's definitely DS.
Yeah, that sounds like an old one. Yeah.
Which Tales of Innocence R came out on the Vita before Hearts R.
That's right. Yeah.
And we also didn't get Tales of Fantasia X for the PSP. Tales of Fantasia remake for the PSP.
I remember what had that like really grooving like demo music. Remember I was playing the Japanese version of some demo and I was like grooving. You're like, you just love this song. Was that Innocence or Hearts R? Do you remember?
On the Vita?
Yeah.
You were playing Innocence.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember
that was the Innocence. Yeah.
It had some real grooving music.
It looks exactly like Hearts.
Okay.
The Hearts R system.
Interesting. Yeah, I'm kind of with Nick. I just want an excuse to go back to Destiny. That'd be cool because I never beat the original. I still have it, but I never beat it. So I'd love to go back and if they had a remake, that'd be a great way to experience
I'd love to play it for the
story.
first time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, you know what I think they should do?
What should they do?
I don't know, you've said a lot of things.
Never's gonna happen. Never.
Okay.
Never's gonna happen. A mothership title that's 2D battle system.
Oh, the battle system's 2D.
Yeah, that would be amazing.
So wait, like everything's 3D except the battle system, or it's just a completely 2D game?
Have you seen
Or like Street Fighter where it's 3D models but on a 2D plane? Is that what you mean?
kind of? I want it to look cool. Like I want maybe it would be cool if they had like drawn art for it for the sprites. That would be amazing. That would take forever though, but that'd be really cool. But you know how the Tales of Destiny remake looks?
Kind of.
It's like 3D. It's like a 3D world, but you walk around like
And
in the 2D
2D,
sprites.
So it's like Pokemon.
Kind of, yeah.
Yeah.
Kind of like that. Yeah. But like this, it
But
needs stationary cameras. None of this following camera bullshit. But yeah, that would never happen, but it would be amazing if they had a 2D battle system
That'd be kind of cool.
Tales of game.
I want the look to go back to Vesperia because like after Vesperia, all the games that came out, I think Berseria is the closest to getting to that, but like I really didn't like the looks of either of the Exilia games. Zestiria looked a little better, but still not as good. Berseria is denser because it's on PS4, so there's like more going on. But yeah, man, I was looking at some Vesperia footage the other day, like, man, this game looks good. It's got this like glow to it. Like I don't really know how to describe it, but there's like
It has that bloom, guys.
Yeah,
the bloom from the dreaded 7th generation.
Oh, it's so good though. I really love
All
that
it
look.
is just it's looks like a best 6
I was just gonna
HD.
say it's an HD Abyss, which I love. I don't know why they went away from that stuff.
I think the two teams combined into one, and then they focused
And then
on.
they formed Captain Planet.
And they made the style that you see in Graces and Zilia and stuff like that.
Yeah, great. I actually don't mind the look in Graces, but it's very clearly a Wii game that they up-res, so the textures don't really pop as much. So it'd be nice if it was like native 1080 or whatever.
But it has Pascal, so
That's exactly.
That's
So
a
all
Berseria.
things are good because Pascal's in it. All the characters, all the Amarcian characters are really fun to say. Like
they have like
Fourier.
French. They have like French names, right?
Poisson.
Yeah, they do
Yeah,
have.
they have French names.
Poisson. It's spelled like Posson. It looks like Posson, but
Yeah.
or Poisson.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Like it's LeBlanc instead of LeBlanc.
Yep. Exactly.
Or it's Olivier instead of Olivert.
Yeah, Olivier.
Prince
But they say
Olivier.
a lot. They say
Olivert.
in Cold Steel. So I don't know. World. I don't know.
But yeah,
Sakamoto, Sakamoto.
As you guys could tell, we're really big Tales of fans
and Persona fans.
and Persona fans.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, let us know what you guys want for the Tales of Festival. If there's any hopes and dreams or what you guys think is actually going to happen.
I have so many dreams.
I have a lot of dreams, and they're never gonna come true.
Well,
that's not the way you think, Nick. You just believe in your dreams.
I mean,
And we're getting a Final Fantasy VII remake and Shenmue 3. Anything is possible. Okay.
That's true.
no.
But like I said, if there's ever a True Blue Tactics 2, I didn't mean to rhyme that.
True Tactics 2.
I will probably cry. I'm not even exaggerating.
Well, that's why Nick's gonna cry if there's a Tales of Destiny 2
we'll
remake.
have to stay up really late that day and watch the.
If I see a tweet that says it's happening, Tales of Destiny 2 remix or remake or remaster on PS4, I think my heart would stop.
It was like me during the 7 remake trailer. I was
I would be like, this is not happening.
This is not real.
This is not real. This is a joke.
I was watching.
But no, it would be even worse when it says it's coming overseas. Because if it's coming overseas, I'll be like, I don't have to live anymore. I'm
You have to play it. Wait, you gotta play it first.
I've already played it.
This is my one reason to live. But now you'll understand it. You can enjoy
Exactly.
it properly.
I could actually delve deep into the
Yeah,
system.
they don't even need to dub it. Just subtitle it. It's fine.
Just do what they did for Tales of Destiny 1. They subbed it. They got rid of all, and they kept all the voice acting in Japanese. That's why we were like, why is he going Majinkin when it says missile sword at the top?
Weird.
It was all weird. We were like, what language is this?
Yeah, weird. I was gonna say, I was watching some old Maximilian reactions, and I was watching the one where Cloud got announced for Smash Brothers.
Oh, yeah.
He was like freaking out. He's like, "How is this real? How is it real?"
That's exactly how I felt, because we used to make fun of people saying, "You know, it'd be funny if we got Cloud on Super Smash Brothers."
There were like old YouTube animated videos. I remember
made fun of that.
Yeah, remember those old
Yep.
ones?
Yeah, and it's like
Ike
never
comes in
gonna
and-
happen, guys. And then suddenly, bam, it happens, and
Yeah.
totally out of nowhere. By the way,
Yeah.
we're all like, okay, is it gonna be Goku? Is it who did the fans pick? And it wasn't even that. It was just like, oh yeah, we have this news. Yeah, whatever. Cloud in Super Smash Brothers.
And they went like all out too with like the Midgar stage and the summons and stuff like that. I'm like, wow.
They also
Yeah.
did the Omni Slash for the trailer.
Yeah,
Oh,
and it was Ike.
And it was against Ike?
against Ike.
There's not room for one pretty boy in that.
That was what year was that when that happened? Was that one? That was the same year as Final Fantasy VII Remake, right?
I think so. That was 2015.
2015 was a crazy year for dreams.
Yeah, it was. It was
For
insane.
dreams.
It was like, I know, like everyone used to joke about these things, like the Final Fantasy VII Remake, that was supposedly shown at PS3 that everyone wanted.
Oh yeah.
And that came true. Shenmue 3 came out. It was announced.
They re-revealed Last Guardian.
Re-revealed Last Guardian. Jeez, it was ridiculous. My heart could only take so much in that.
I know. I'm feeling a big...
I was like, what?
I was gonna say I'm feeling a big E3. We'll talk about that next week. It'll be like our prediction show. But I think this E3, Microsoft has some cards close to the best. I think Nintendo's got some things. Sony, we more or less know, but you never know. They might surprise us.
Half-Life 3?
Okay, so I'm not gonna be talking about JRPGs, but I'm like, what era am I living in? I'm watching a new Dragon Ball series. There's a new MechWarrior coming out. There's a new Final Fantasy VII Remake coming out. There's Shenmue 3. What the hell?
Exactly. Why not? Why not a Destiny remaster?
I'm like, what's going on here? I feel like I'm a kid again.
I know, this is great. Yeah, and we're like it was funny, like I was thinking the other day, I'm like, besides Tactics 2, like if I think of weird, crazy dream sequels or whatever, I'm like, pretty much got everything. Getting Ni no Kuni 2, getting the 7 remake,
Oh yeah,
Persona 5.
A new Doom came out.
And it was awesome.
Yes, and it was awesome.
The only, like, this is just me being weird, like, the one sequel I would love to see would be another Legend of Dragoon. That would be awesome. Just to see, because that game, I love the world of that game, and just, like, if they had the modern tech and then, made it all action-y with the Dragoon transformations, I think that could be really cool.
Yeah, if that happened, it's over. It's done.
Yeah.
So let's go to the next section.
I don't know if there is a next section.
Yeah,
We're over
we
an
haven't.
hour.
It's
What we're
fine.
play-
We
what
haven't
we've
talked.
been
What have we been playing, man?
What have we been playing?
Okay, let's
Yeah.
tell me. Let's tell me about your graces.
Yeah, I've almost gotten to where I stopped playing last time, and this week has been really weird because I'll play for like half an hour and then I have to stop, or an hour and then I'll have to stop. So I haven't got like a huge chunk of time to just plow through it the way I like to with RPGs. So I think tonight or tomorrow I'll have surpassed where I was last time. I'm pretty sure, but still good. There have been some pretty boring dungeons, which is the thing I hate about Tales lately, but hopefully it picks back up and there's some really good story stuff. Some things are getting revealed that I totally forgot about. I'm like, oh, okay. That reared its head.
There's still a huge reveal that you've never seen before, actually.
There's
There's a
huge reveal, and there's like a couple huge like things that happen.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I know.
You know what I'm talking
I know what
about?
you're talking about.
Yeah.
Because I know where you stopped, and I know you never got there. So
Are they pretty close to happening?
I don't know where he is.
maybe.
Where is he?
He's in Fendel.
Oh,
Yeah, I was at the
that's the
World's
last part of the
Eye.
map, so yeah, he's close to.
Yeah, he's almost there. He's almost explored the entire world map.
I was just going to say, I realized that the world in this game is really small. Like, there's not that many
Yeah.
locations, but
Yeah.
whatevs.
No world map.
Yeah, no world map.
I don't see you guys'
Making
fascination with that,
everybody's
but okay.
ears bleed.
I didn't look at. You could see on thing. It didn't get. It
No,
wasn't that
they're-
loud.
that's
Anyway,
bleeding.
Nick, what have you been playing?
I have started Trails of the Sky the Third, and yes, that's what it's called. It's called the Third.
More like the turd, am I right?
No, you're not right at all. Actually,
Okay. I'm kidding. I actually like the first guy, so.
Oh,
owned. Yeah, started that. I know I had a tweet. It's like, hey, what game should I play? Should I play Xenoblade Chronicles, Radiata Stories, or Trails of the Third? And everyone was playing Xenoblade Chronicles, and I'm like, sorry, I'm playing the third.
So real quick, let's talk about Radiata Stories, because like last weekend we went to Connor's and had like an all-day gaming binge, and you were playing Radiata Stories for the first time, and I remember like I played it and Connor's beat it multiple times, and we both thought you'd love it because it's one of those games where, because you like exploring, and that game really rewards you for exploring every little nook and cranny. So
that's what I was doing the entire time. If you notice, I was exploring like every single. I was exploring so much of that game that Connor was getting mad at me.
He's like, just play the game.
Yeah, and that's funny because he's like, Nick, you're not supposed to be in this cave right now. But I'm like, but I'm in the cave. I can explore it.
Yep,
It's like, yeah. It's like, you shouldn't be here right now. I'm like, fine. Yeah. So yeah, I like the game. It's just as my setup is right now, it's very inconvenient to play. So maybe later.
But you liked it when you played?
Yeah. It's not like I didn't like it. It's just
that game has a lot of personality for a PS2 game. I'll say
most
that
definitely.
much.
And yeah, you're right. Like the animation, the facial animations and everything, it reminds me of Mega Man Legends.
Oh yeah, it's very wacky.
Yeah. But I decided on because both I didn't decide. I decided on the Sky 3 because first I want to finish the Sky series. Second, it's Trails of. Third, I didn't want to set up the Wii U for Xenoblade Chronicles, and I didn't want to set up the PS2 for Radiata Stories. So
got it.
That's why I didn't play them.
Fair enough.
And plus, I think I could beat the third pretty quick, or quicker than usual. So I think it's shorter than the second chapter, and it has awesome music.
Yeah, he's been rocking out to it.
I'm actually gonna put it on after this.
Dun, 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 dun.
That's what Maddie's listening to right now. Right,
Piano.
Maddie? So what have you been playing?
Well, Nick, I have finally started Trails in the Sky, the first chapter. And, yeah, I spent 5 hours on that today, and I'm pretty into it, so that's a good sign. It's very good.
So, like, we were talking about it earlier. That's probably the most, like, old school JRPG you've played. Does it feel old or archaic or anything like that?
No. The way it started had a pretty good hook for me, because it's just like, hi, here's a thing. Wait, what? And then it just skips ahead in time. I'm just like, okay, this is a thing. Now I need to know what happens.
No, the best part is like, here's a boy. He's your present.
Yeah.
You gave me a boy
for
my present?
You gave me a boy for a present? I like the way it's just like, my name is Cuts. Fast forward, and then they're really friendly to each other. And I was like, did they adopt? They adopted? Okay, this is a thing that's happening now. And now I'm just trying to figure out like their actual relationship and stuff. And then there's like the mystery behind Joshua himself. So I'm just like, okay, good. There's things I need to know.
Yeah.
Let's play.
Dun, 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 dun. Oh, but it's really funny because I'm playing the third, and I hear Manny go, ha 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 ha, and I'm like, well, okay, she's enjoying that game.
It's a pretty funny game. Like the character portraits, like the faces Estelle makes. Like,
yeah, well, the
really
fact
funny.
that the reason it doesn't feel archaic is because the way they portrayed the characters and stuff, it's like it makes me feel like I'm in the world, regardless of how old, or it doesn't even like how bitty the graphics are or whatever. It still dragged me into the world pretty easily. Especially, Trails of, they always have their faces next to whatever they're saying. So it's not like I'm looking at sprites the whole time. I'm seeing drawn, what they actually think of. And it's like, that's good. The thing is, I did what Nick does, and he already warned me against it really hard. But I was like, no, I'm playing it on hard. And
Are you getting your butt kicked?
Yeah. I accidentally opened if you've ever played the Trails of series, there's these like treasure chests that like sometimes have really hard monsters in them.
Monster chests.
And so it was under a tree, so I couldn't see it. I just thought it was a treasure chest, so I opened it, and it was like, monster treasure chest. I was like, oh,
And
I'm half health, I'm half like EP, and
you
like
don't have any S-crafts.
I don't have any S-crafts, and they're all like hitting me for half health. I'm just like, and I haven't saved in like an hour, so I'm just like, crap.
GG.
Luckily,
No, I won.
no.
After 10 tries, I finally got the right combination of like orders and like crits and stuff, but I finally won.
Also, if in case you ever find yourself in that predicament and you can't win, there's autosaves. So,
Oh, okay.
So, and you're in the main menu, in the save menu, you just press right or whatever, and you go to the autosave section.
Okay.
Is there a retry system in
There
Sky?
is. That's the
Yes,
reason
there
why.
is.
Luckily, because I'm so used to Persona, like where if you die like in normal. It's like if you die in normal battles, you have to go to your like save room, right?
Yeah, they only did that for bosses.
Oh, they only did that for bosses. Yeah.
No,
and
in Persona.
So I'm so used to that. So when I go in, because like even normal trash is like really hard. So like I run in and then one of my characters dies and I'm like, I don't want to waste a freaking healing revive on him when we're fighting trash. I'm just gonna die and redo this fight over again.
That's exactly what I do.
That's how I'm doing it.
That's what I did. Like, I was playing a boss and a character died, and I'm like, I don't want to waste a healing item, but I still had, like 3 characters alive, and I'm like, just kill me. I don't care.
Just kill me now. Yeah, that's literally how you have to play this
Yeah.
game. And
Like, I don't want to res them because if you don't res them, they get no XP. So.
Yeah,
Oh,
but that's
wow.
like
Okay.
that's how I've been trained. Like I don't even want to test the theory out with new games I play. I just always make sure my characters are all alive before a battle ends, especially a boss battle. Because I've had too many times there's one character will get really far behind because they died at the very end of a boss fight, and I'm just like,
Isn't that the same in Persona 2? If your character's dead, you don't
it
get
is.
XP. I know they get rezzed after.
they do get res, but
They don't get rezzed.
They don't get XP.
Yeah, they don't get rezzed in Trails.
I know.
Or
I test.
Tails, because I've had fights like that too, where I have like 1 guy left or 2 guys left. So I'm like, oh yeah, they don't have to use a reviving item. So.
Or if you're far enough, you use a reviving art.
Oh.
Oh.
Yeah, I remember the beginning of the game playing on hard. It was super hard
Yeah.
because you didn't have as many tools as
I
you should.
still don't have that many tools.
You're not gonna have that many.
I'm
tools.
just like running around. I'm just like, okay, I'm gonna set Joshua up to be this guy. I'm gonna set up Estelle to be this person, and pray for the best during every fight.
Yep. And you do one mistake,
And
or
it's
you get really unlucky, like you get
It's
dizzy,
over.
you're dead.
Just gotta pray to RNGesus.
Yep.
Orange Jesus. But even though I died that many times, like I was getting frustrated, but it wasn't like, you know how you get just pissed off at RNG, right? I'm just like, really? Fine. I'm gonna win. I'm gonna show you that I can win. Like I don't get really furious.
Yeah, some boss battles, Maddie, you will be spending at least an hour on them, trying to figure out what to do right.
It's okay, Nick. I beat Persona 5.
I know. I just that's what it's like in this game. It's fun.
Yeah.
I really enjoy that. I know Taylor does not enjoy that.
When you spend
But
30 minutes on that boss fight and then you're almost there and then you die and you're just like,
That's
I
happened.
have to waste.
That's
I
happened.
wasted so much of my life.
That's what happens sometimes.
Damn it.
And it's like at 1 health,
Yeah.
No, that's what happened on the final boss of Persona. Actually, he was at like 12 health, and I was like, okay, I gotta hit him. Miss, and then he just uses his ultimate attack, kills everyone, and I'm like, well then.
Well, shit.
Oh, real quick, speaking of hard bosses, I got to the Curtis
Aw,
fight.
yeah, boy.
Okay, so like he's the only enemy in the whole game that doesn't get stunned or affected when you hit him. He just plows right through you. I'm like, what the hell?
Yeah,
It's like
you remember watching me play that guy, right?
he just has. I feel like they like misprogrammed him or something. He's like the only like enemy in the whole game that does that.
But you're playing on normal, yeah?
No, I tried about 5 times. Like, screw this. I just want to keep going. So I put it on easy and destroyed him.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
No, but yeah, you have to hit him on the right time, and then you could do a combo. But then he like jumps out of it.
Yeah, you have to always like. I remember he's sweet. Like you have to time it right because if you start fighting him, he's just gonna swing stun you and get you into a combo. You have to wait till he swings the first time, dodge out of it, and immediately start attacking him.
The other thing that's annoying too is there's guys that keep randomly spawning into the fight. I'm like, oh my gosh, I gotta kill the trash guys. But
That's right. Man, I hated that
That was
fight.
annoying.
Yeah, it was
But
really
the
annoying.
F-Arc fight was even better.
That fight was stupid.
Tails is
good.
really weird. They have all like these parts in the game where they just randomly have super hard boss fights. It's not even like a pivotal story moment. Like remember the wolf from Tales of Vesperia?
That was easy.
Oh, you're crazy, dude. I remember trying that one so many times.
I destroyed that
Do you
guy.
remember-
I remember everyone was having okay, I had a video on Twitch of me streaming that
Yeah.
because everyone it was the wolf battle. Wait, no. Yes, it was in the was that in the like the jungle or whatever?
Yeah, it's in some forest or something.
So it was on
yeah.
it was on the PlayStation 3 demo. And no one could beat it on game trailers. And everyone was complaining about it and I
PS3 demo.
Yeah, it was a Japanese one. It came out and I downloaded it. And I was like, okay, let me try this. And I played it and I beat it. And I showed everyone how to beat it. And it's like, it's not that hard. You just have to play the game like a fighting game. You don't have to. That's what a lot of people don't like because they're so used to Tales. It's like X X X X X circle 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 X X X X circle circle without blocking.
Yeah.
Because you just destroy everything. And no, you have to play it like a fighting game. Like you're X X X. Oh, he's attacking square.
Yeah.
And then X circle. Oh, X
That's
square.
how you play Graces. You
Yeah.
gotta dodge to
You
win.
gotta dodge, and you gotta figure out which attack was gonna stun him.
Man, I love dodging. That was so fun. Just
That's
whenever
how
you
play-
time it right.
That's
so
how you play
good.
Berseria, and that's how you play Zisteria.
So good.
So
Yeah.
it's all about timing.
Yeah.
Don't worry, I get in that habit as well, where I'm just spamming, smashing buttons.
Smash. But Trails in the Sky. I'm laughing because the beginning when it does the whole like tutorials and stuff, and he's like kind of explaining the world because like isn't this like technically the first game?
It is the first.
It is the first game, and it's just like this is this, and here's the really big explanation on how this world works. I'm just like, I already know this.
Yep. Quartz and all that.
Quartz,
stuff.
ordnance.
But they act differently in this game, so they actually give you a negative bonus, the negatives as well.
Yeah, I noticed that. I was like, what the heck?
Yeah.
What is this?
So that's the difference.
Yeah. It was fun. I'm only 5 hours in, and I'm just laughing at just the connections, just some of the connections already to the Cold Steel, Erebonia.
You see, Erebonia?
Erebonia, I know where that is.
Oh, just wait until you meet the next character.
I don't want to.
You're gonna.
Is it who I think it is?
Yeah, you're probably But the funny thing, I'm playing third, and the third is awesome because it's giving you a bunch of backstory to all the side characters, your party members, that you learned about in Trails of the Sky 1 and 2. So that's what I enjoy about this. And you came in at a pretty big a moment where I'm like, these characters, you shouldn't see these guys.
I couldn't see because I'm not wearing my glasses. So I walked in. I was like, Nick, set up for the podcast. He turns around and starts covering the monitor. He's like, leave.
Yeah.
Don't look at this. I'm just like, I can't see it, right? And I'm just like, I don't care.
Yeah,
Walk away.
I don't, yeah, that would have given away like a huge thing for Sky 1. So I was like, no.
Go away.
Go away. That was fun. But yeah, that's what I've been playing. And I'm probably going to play it when we stop recording. I'm going to continue. And
I'm
I'm
continue
pretty sure.
until people get online.
Yeah, she's going to do that.
I'm gonna go play Graces.
Are you
I
going
gotta get
to
past that part.
Are you gonna binge it?
Now that I can, yeah, it's not too late. I don't have to be up tomorrow to do anything, so.
Sweet. Oh yeah, it's Memorial Day, guys.
Holiday. Celebrate.
Video games.
We're actually gonna celebrate tomorrow.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun.
Barbecue. But yeah,
Yeah,
that was fun, guys.
man, this has been a crazy weekend.
Yeah.
It's finally started a game that I've been trying to start. Fanime.
I think Fanime kind of reinvigorated us.
Yeah, Fanime, man.
I was like-
really was just like.
I mean, it was just like I wanted to play these games. I want to do all this stuff because before, like Persona, like destroyed us, man. After being Persona 5, we were like, I don't want to play any games anymore. I just want to play like Quake and MechWarrior.
Yeah, my life. Even now, like after going to that Persona 5 gathering, I was just like, I was like, what should I play? I should probably play Trails in the Sky. But I was like,
Or
I
just
feel like I
play
need to play
Persona
Persona. I need to play Persona 5 again. Like I cosplayed as Joker yesterday. I feel like it's calling me. But
you know what's interesting? As I'm looking at the second half of the year, I have a really funny feeling that games like totally random, but Ease 8 got a release date for September.
In September, yeah.
Nice.
Anyway, but I have a feeling games like Ni no Kuni are going to get delayed out of the year, and like Red Dead Redemption got delayed out of the year, and I'm like, what am I going to play? And I'm like, I might like replay some games.
replay Persona 5.
Replay Persona 5.
Gonna platinum
I
that.
kind of want to replay Final Fantasy 7.
You could get through that.
I can destroy that game in like a week.
Yeah, go.
Not even a week, like a weekend.
That game's not that long.
It's 20 to 40 hours, anywhere in between.
20 to 40. Yeah, if you're doing like
That's quite a
all
range, isn't
the
it?
side stuff,
Exactly.
the Chocobo stuff takes forever because you have to like randomly get the right kind of. Yeah. Anyway.
Yeah.
Rabbit hole. But yeah.
Wow.
Wait, what is coming out the end of this year?
Ni no Kuni?
That as far as JRPGs?
Oh yeah, for JRPGs.
Ease?
Mario Odyssey. Are we talking about games period or just JRPGs?
Yeah, there's still some
Is
things
Destiny
I gotta buy.
2 coming out?
Oh yeah, and that
Destiny
too.
2.
Yeah, definitely. Okay, I got stuff to buy.
I thought new Far Cry actually looks pretty cool, but that's not coming out till February.
And it's
so
Far Cry, so I don't freaking care.
I care. The last two ones were cool.
I played a bit of Far Cry 3. It's pretty fun.
Yeah, it's fun. It's just it's Far Cry.
I like-
I played it.
All the same,
I
yeah.
played it already.
The one game I do really want to get to because we were talking to Brad about this is Nier Automata.
Oh, yeah.
When I beat Graces, that is my next.
Yeah,
game.
we
I'm
gotta
playing
we
that.
gotta beat that.
Oh, yeah.
And he did offer. He offered to do a spoiler cast with us. So if we all beat Nier, we'll do a spoiler cast with Brad. That'd be awesome.
There you go.
Okay,
Only
binge
two,
Trails of
Brad.
the Sky and
No.
Crap.
I
don't think I could stop there.
Trails of
If
Sky-
there's a
Trails of Sky
cliffhanger
too.
like you think that you guys have said, then I'm gonna have to
It's-
go.
No,
on.
okay.
It's
No,
on par with Cold Steel, I feel like.
yeah, it is. And knowing how you're acting right now, I'm pretty sure you're gonna play right after.
Oh god, the fact that I was just like, yeah, I like
Is
Joshua.
Maddie gonna cry? She'd be like,
Yeah, she's gonna cry, and
Okay.
she's gonna go what?
okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
You gotta
I mean,
say-
I say I cry and I say what at pretty much every game.
That's
so.
why I said you're gonna do this because that's what happens.
Persona 5 I think has gotten the biggest what, and I think Berseria has gotten the biggest cry.
You got the biggest 3 whats. What are you talking about?
Yeah,
Each
sure.
one was bigger than the other.
Yeah.
What?
I like how Ben was just like, I didn't think you were gonna get higher, but you did. And I was like, yeah, I was.
Oh wait, did you show him?
No, we're only
On the spoiler cast, I played it through the mic.
yeah
That's right.
after we were done recording. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, guys,
Woo!
that was fun. Next week is gonna be our E3 episode.
E3 expectations.
It's gonna be great. It's gonna be fun. Lots of stuff. E3 JRPG expectations.
Yeah.
Also, we're gonna talk about what happened during the Tales Festival. And
Oh, yeah.
if dreams have come true.
Or if it's our living
If,
nightmare.
if it's a living
I'm
nightmare.
gonna laugh so hard if it's Symphonia 3.
If it's Symphonia 3, I'm going to die.
It's like I give up. I'm not even playing games anymore.
I'm done. Tales is dead to me now.
Oh God.
It can't be.
Let's continue this afterwards.
It can't
It's
be.
been done.
No, it can't
We're
be
done.
Symphonia 3. It can't. It can only be a remake of Symphonia. No 3. There's no reason for it. But yeah, let us leave.
Thanks for
And-
listening, guys.
Yep. Thanks for everything. Comment, subscribe, review us on iTunes. Do all that for us. It helps us out
Jazz.
greatly.
Mm-hmm.
Please.
Please. Please. Oh my God. Have a good day, guys. We'll see you next week.
Bye.
Bye.